50% off houses. Are we there yet? Have we reached the point where sellers are now giving off these huge discounts? Well, we're gonna jump right into it, guys. My name is Orlando and welcome to my channel. Let's talk about it, guys. You've been seeing all of my videos and we've been talking about sellers continue to drop prices. How far are we and what do the numbers say this month? Well, it says home sellers are lowering the prices at the fastest clip since 2019, guys. Before we had the pandemic, let's see what this says. This is fascinating. The U.S. housing market may finally be cooling off. Nearly 1 in 5 home sellers dropped their price during the 4-week period during May 22nd, which is 2022, obviously, the highest rate since 2019. According to the weekly Redfin study published Thursday, the same 4-week period saw 13% fewer homes for sale browse search on Google and 12% year-over-year drop in home tours and other related services for Redfin agents, the largest such decline since April 2022. Now, this isn't a big surprise, guys. This isn't a big surprise. Why isn't this a big surprise? Well, if you've been watching my videos, it's not really a big surprise to you, but what determines if people will continue paying these high prices? Well, we know interest rates were the biggest factor. So we had interest rates at a low of 2.68%. We had the lowest interest rates ever. Now, all of a sudden, interest rates are now creeping into that 6 arena. It was at one point at almost 7%, which we still are gonna get there, guys. We're still gonna get there, but we're gonna focus on this point right now, that they're creeping up to the 6% and people are losing purchasing power. Now, what is the difference between purchasing power from 1 to 2%? It's almost $200,000, guys. Let me say that once again. The difference in 2% interest rate can be as high as a $200,000 purchasing power difference. So you at one point could purchase a $300,000. Now all of a sudden at these interest rates, you can purchase a $100,000 home. That is the big, huge difference in what's making individuals say, you know what? I don't want to be in this market. I'm going to go ahead and stay in the rental market. Or, you know what? I'm just going to wait this out and kind of see exactly what happens before I even, waste my time or my money into this. Not only on top of that, everything is getting higher, guys. We know inflation is causing prices in gas. We know in food and everything, labor costs. Everything that you are trying to purchase now will cost more money now than it did a couple of years ago. And we know that is a fact. So what is all of this strain doing to the normal everyday consumer? Well, it's making their bank accounts lower and lower and lower. Their purchasing power is lower and lower and lower. So what does that spell, guys? What does that mean? That means that we are going towards a recession. And there is no if, ands, and buts about it. We are going to a recession. So be prepared for it. So let's go ahead and continue on and see what they say. Sellers are still asking for a lot of money. The median asking price for a home climbed to a record-setting $418,000, up 17.8% year over year, according to a Redfin study. But rates of price growth have been relatively low over the past 4 weeks. The picture of a softening housing market is becoming more clear, especially to home sellers increasingly turning to price drops as buyers become more cost conscious under higher mortgage rates. Like we just talked about this. Once again, higher mortgage rates are going to pull people back. But here's the thing. These home sellers are trying to manipulate and make you think like, oh, we're dropping prices so hard, guys. We're gonna drop them 10, 20%. But they were already overpriced, guys. They were already overpriced and they're forced to drop them. That is the thing. They're forced to drop them. As you just heard the guy say, prices home climbed to a record-setting $418,000. That's a median asking price, guys. These guys are still not there yet. They're making you believe that they're dropping prices down by 10, 20, 30%. But if it was already high, if it was already over asking, if people were already paying ridiculous amounts of money for, 1,000 square foot home,
big house.
then they aren't cutting into the actual value of the home. You are still overpaying for a home in some sectors. Not all sectors, guys. There's some sectors where prices are going down pretty good, but in most areas, guys, don't get fooled by the 20% off tag that says that and you think to yourself, this is a good deal. This is a good deal. It has more room to go down. It's the tip of the iceberg, guys. That's what you're seeing, not the bottom part of the iceberg, the tip of it. Now, this is something that I want you guys to see because this kind of shows you where we're kind of going right now. Now, look at this chart here. This chart here has shares of homes for sale with a price drop in April. So this shows you exactly the percentage of homes that had price drops in their listing. So we're gonna start here with Philadelphia, 29%, basically 30%. We have Northport, Florida, 30%. Another Florida city, 32%, which is massive. But once again, guys, I want you to really pay attention to these. A lot of these cities were overpriced to begin with. So a lot of these guys are really coming into reality now and saying, okay, we're not gonna sell it at that price we had it 2 months ago. No one's gonna buy it at that price at this interest rate. We're gonna have to drop the price down for someone to afford it now. So they dropping the prices down, guys, to fit the interest rates, but it's still overpriced. But this just gives you a good idea. New Orleans, 31%. Baton Rouge, 31%. Sacramento is 29%, basically 30%. We have Portland, 28%. Boise, 40%. Boise was number one as far as really high appreciation, and they are feeling it right now. Once again, it's the same scenario, already overpriced. Now it's just mildly overpriced. And then we have Utah, 28%, and then Indianapolis Midwestern is also 28% drop. Now, that makes sense. That all this stuff makes sense. But once again, I just want you guys to see this. The reason why I'm showing you this is because these are gonna drop even further. Wait until, just continue to watch this stuff, guys. Continue to watch my videos and you will see it's gonna continue to drop down. We're gonna see Boise at 60, 80% from the ridiculous overprice. We're gonna see Florida 60, 70%. And that's before a recession. We're talking about these prices are going to drop from their ridiculously highs down to reality when the interest rates continue to rise up. We have 4 more interest rate hikes, guys. We're gonna get close to the double digits. That's just my prediction. We're gonna get closer to, and even if we don't, just imagine if we get above 7%, which is very likely. We get up to 7% to fight inflation and to continue to knock down this housing market. Where will prices be then? Because the truth of the matter is, the higher the interest rates, guys, the lower the value of real estate. That's just the way it goes. It says more than 20% of homes for sale in Philadelphia, Boise, New Orleans, Sacramento, their prices have been reduced. Michael Burry, the guy from that show, The Big Short, or the movie Big Short, he says it's comparing the slowing housing market in 2008, saying that it's like watching a plane crash. This week, mortgage rates reached an 13-year high of more than 5%. It's actually more than that. One economist said that the housing prices could drop as much as 40% during the summer of 2022, guys. Get ready, guys, get ready. It is something that you have to really focus on. If you are looking to buy a home, I want you to use this information. Once again, it's not a doom and gloom. I know some of you guys think this is, but it's not. It's just to give you information to make the best decision that you can for you and your family. Take this information and use it to your best ability, guys. This current housing market is up and down, it's winding. A lot of things are happening, and up-to-date news is consistently coming out every day. And so I try to make these videos so that you will be up to date on this crazy housing market. But I'm gonna need you to watch this next video here. It will help you understand this crazy housing market, what's been happening in the past, what's going to go on in the future, and to also, if you want to get into your first rental property, I'll help you out with that. Also, check in the description, guys. I have my membership program along with some useful links of getting free credit reports and whatnot. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.